Again, apologies for that slight delay. We'll be starting off now with the next session, like I mentioned. Before we go on, first of all, please note that you have headsets behind your seats, and that's the only way you'll be able to participate or hear in this session. Okay, so we have in our midst Mr. Demola Sanusi, who will be taking us on hands-on with AWS GenAI, building your first intelligent application on Amazon Bedrock, AWS. So without further ado, let's put our hands together as we welcome Mr. Sanusi on the stage. Thank you very much. Hands, people. Hands, 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 hands. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much.
Do I need it?
Please confirm that it works. Please confirm that it works. Just wait.
Hello, hello.
Thank you very much.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me today at the Blue Chip Data and AI Summit 3.0. My name is Ademola Sanusi, and I'm a solutions architect at AWS. So today's session is going to go beyond just talking about chatbots. We're just going to be talking about intelligent application and what really an intelligent application is when you build on Amazon Bedrock. You're just not going to be seeing an example of that intelligent application. I've created a QR code where you can go home, and you're expected to be with your laptop here, but I can see a lot of people are not with their laptop. You can scan this particular QR code. You have the link to this site there where you can download this intelligent application and use it for free. You can sign up with your own email, so you don't need to have an AWS account to use this. Then after maybe 1 month, my email is going to be there. You can tell me, how you feel about it and how does it make sense you being productive without this particular intelligent application. So, to your right, if you can just scan the first QR code. Please note that you can't do this on your phone. Just scan it to have the link. Then, maybe through WhatsApp or something, or your email, you send it to your desktop. So you see a list of instructions, getting started, how you can download the main application, this intelligent application. The link below takes you to that intelligent application. But if you just scan the up one, you'll be able to see the link to download this. So just scan this. This has all the documentation since you don't have your laptop yet. But if you have your laptop, you can keep downloading this while we start the conversation. So just a quick show of hands. How many tools have you opened today to enhance your productivity? By tools, I mean Slack, emails, your Microsoft Teams, whatever CRM portal, Salesforce, to just make sure that your day keeps going. So you can see 1 to 3, A, B, C, D. So I just want to have an idea of how many tools you've opened so far today just to make sure that you are meeting your deliverables at work. For A, 1 to 3 tools, can I see show of hands? Four to 6. Okay. 7 to 10. You've lost count. There are some people, I can't see their hands. Are you saying you don't use any tools just to achieve what you want to achieve? Well, according to McKinsey Global Institute, nearly a third of our time is spent on emails alone. And corporate workers can attest to that we spend so much time trying to figure out how to respond to a particular email, how to, compose this email. Even some people don't reply to email maybe till the end of the day, just because it takes so much time. Also, Gartner research is saying 62% of meetings require manual preparation. Maybe you need to send an email to your boss. What are the historical sales figure? You gather that, just a lot of tools, you need to check an email or Slack message from your colleague, or whatever collaboration tool you use at your organization. And finally, according to Harvard Business Review, 5 to 10 tools daily in terms of context switching. Because before you can even compose an email, you are trying to gather data in different silos. And what we have is you have information trapped in different silos. And once this happens, you are unable to make a unified decision. And the missing part or piece of this is the intelligence layer, which connects everything. Imagine you having more like a foundation, and you don't interact with Slack, email, your CRM portal, Salesforce, and all of that, and you just interact with that intelligent layer, and you're able to get everything done in minutes rather than hours or days. And I need to ask another question. What takes the most time in your work day, in your day-to-day activity? For me, I would say, I'm a solutions architect, and when I want to prepare for a customer meeting, I probably need to filter through documentation, filter through, historical context of this particular customer and so on. So at times it takes hours, it can take days, it can take leveraging on other colleagues to kind of get their past experiences on this. But so far this year, since we entered the agentic era, you give me something, I answer you in like maybe a few minutes. That's how it's happening to me these days, and that's accelerating my productivity. So for me, I would choose A. Anybody A? Just one person. B. What takes the most of your time in your workday? Meetings? Writing emails? And finally, switching between apps and context. Okay. So, what is really an intelligent application? Of course, I know like you're having AI fatigue now. So, if I mention agentic AI, this is the phrase where people are saying it's going to take our job. So I don't want to create that panic and be saying agentic AI. So an intelligent application goes beyond chatbots. It's not a chatbot. It is an application that can help you complete your task. You can send it message. Oh, I need to do X, Y, Z. Check for information here. Send my email. Draft this, and browse. 2 years ago, we're doing code auto-completion, but now, end-to-end now, we have agents completing that code, They write it, have the CIC, the pipeline deployed, and all of that. So, and there are several features where you can see in intelligent application. The first is context aware. It knows everything about you, your people, your projects, and history. And when I mean history, it knows your history. I know some people will be using AI assistants today where you've chatted about something maybe last year, and this year you're just going off course, and it's telling you this is who you are. So it's context aware. The second thing is agentic. And agentic is the ability for the application to take an action on your behalf. So we started with the old Gen AI noise where we're asking questions and we're getting responses. Now we are going from responses to actions. I can just sit down and automate my day-to-day job. But make sure you're not trying to automate your job because you might just be -1 in your organization. The third one is memory. And this has the ability to remember everything you've done, like the way you write. You can set up an intelligent application to say, each time you're sending an email to my boss, I have a writing style. Follow my writing style and send this email to my boss. It can be anything. This can be coding style. I know a lot of us use a lot of not AI. I'm just trying to remember the word for the agentic AI coding, Cloud Code and the likes, right? There's a word. And the final one is multimodal. And this goes beyond just tests and getting responses and tests. You have images, you have videos, you have code, as we mentioned. And guess what? You have presentations. The intelligence application I'm going to introduce to you today actually built this slide. I didn't do one thing. Everything here. Even when I completed the site, I said the copyright for Amazon Web Services is missing. Fix it. And I asked it, I want it to follow, the marketing team, the format, the style of Amazon. And it did all of that for me. It didn't take me 1 minute to prepare this slide. You can try this with this application when I introduce it to you. So, when I started, I mentioned the challenges we have, day in, day out, from the time it takes you to send your email, the time it takes you to prepare for meetings, and so on. And I said the major issue here, the common denominator among everything is there's a missing piece, which is the intelligent layer. So at Amazon, we have developed an intelligent layer for your intelligent application, and it's called Amazon Bedrock. So Amazon Bedrock is our fully managed generative and agentic AI service that you can use to build and scale your generative AI applications. It's fully managed. You don't need to own any infrastructure. And also, you can access leading foundation model providers. GPT from OpenAI, Claude from Anthropic, even there's a model that was released by Anthropic yesterday, Fable 5. We have it on AWS. That's how fast we go. So everything that, if it's Opus 4.7, Opus 4.8, you can access it through this intelligent layer, Amazon Bedrock. And we have our own, AWS native foundation model, which is Amazon Nova and Amazon Titan. And this can be connected to your application through API. And there are a lot of controversies about what I get from model, is it right or wrong, guardrails, making sure it's not saying or giving you the wrong information, hallucination, and so on. We have built-in guardrails there where you can even do evaluations. You can do content filtering, 8 speeches. You can block some words, based on your organizational requirements, all embedded in Amazon Bedrock. And finally, it is a reasoning engine behind the intelligence applications. So, now to show you an example of an intelligent application we've built on Amazon Bedrock, I will introduce to you Amazon Quick Desktop. This has been keeping me busy for the past 2 months. It's a desktop that was released by AWS to connect to, your local repository. Think about your folders, your Slack messages, your team meetings. There are situations where I'm preparing for a meeting, and if I even wake up, can you just give me the highlight of how my day is going to go? It will check my email. It will check my team's meeting, invites. It will check messages from my colleagues. Try to create some kind of connection and graph. Advise me if I need to prepare for a meeting. It's going to draft the preparation, which normally maybe I'm spending like a focused time of 2 hours to do that. I know some of you know like similar products that do that already, right? I don't know if you have an idea of what I'm talking about. I don't just want to mention names, right? I'm not supposed to be naming competitors. So just to run from the bottom up for Amazon Quick Desktop, I will start from the intelligence layer, which is what I spoke about. You know that the foundation models have their strengths. Some are for catching security vulnerabilities, just like a particular model that people have been scared of, for the past few months, and finally they released, something yesterday. some for image generation. So depending on what the organization use case is, you can select the foundation model you want to use through Amazon Bedrock. Then we go to the context layer. That's where I'm telling you, like, the application, the intelligent application knows everything about you. How you write, how you think, like the things you do day to day. So it knows if it's in a work environment, it knows the project, it knows the people you work with, it knows the history. So it can proactively define your next steps. And we have the integration layer. Through the model context protocol, you are able to integrate with popular applications and tools. And by application and tools, you don't need to create your own integration pipeline. Like, your developers don't need to do this. If you go to the connection tab, so for some of you, when you get home, you will see the connection tab, and you can seamlessly connect to all these productivity tools. And the execution layer, because for me, I focus a lot on the financial services part in Nigeria. And what I hear is data sovereignty, data residency, compliance, and all of that. The execution layer, everything runs locally on your desktop. That's why it's called Amazon Quick Desktop. You download the application. If you connect it to your local folders, your information doesn't go and it's the endpoint in a particular region. Everything is executed within your own desktop. And if you're a developer, it has code functionality. Depending on the agentic ID you want to use, if it's Kiro, if it's Cloud Code, you can use that. And it has browser automation. You know, I wanted to fill a form one day, and my quick has the context of who I am. You know, I said, go to this website, this is the form. It filled my name, my last name, like I saw it doing it, you know, literally on the screen, my email address. And the beauty about this is it doesn't take major decisions without your inputs. It has what we call the human in the loop. So at every point, we have like a checkpoint where it's going to ask you, I'm about to send or reply to Ademola. Should I? Then you confirm. So these are things people are scared of there. We don't just want the agentic system to take over you and doing things even without authorizing it to do so. So you can put these guardrails there so that you can, you know, apply it safely. Let me just put it that way. And finally, the user interface, where it is the desktop app. It's only available for Mac OS and Windows. So based on the QR code I shared then, once you send it to your PC, you see the walkthrough, getting started, you register your email. It will provide the link you need to go to download that desktop app, either on your Mac OS or Windows. Then you just go through the popular use cases. It's very self-explanatory. You don't need to be a techie to do this. So these are some of the things that you can do on Amazon Quick Desktop. Morning brief, you know, summarizes your day ahead. I gave that example where what's my day like, to tell me if I'm having conflicting meetings. It can respond, you know, to my emails. I can even say every 8 a.m. there are some people, maybe they send a particular report in their bank. Every 8 a.m. go to the CBN website or go to FMDQ, get this information, and once you get it, put it on the table and send it out. It will do all that for you. So you're generating PowerPoint document, PDF, Word, you know, it's going to send it to you on your style. You can say, attach my company logo, you know, wherever, it's going to do that too. The other thing is meeting preparation. As I said earlier, I'm able to gather context from Slack, which is like my preferred collaboration tool. Also, it has an overview of your email. Imagine maybe I'm trying to get context for customer A, and we've been conversing for the past 8 years. Do you know what it takes to search for all the emails of A for 8 years? I might just be looking for a keyword. I can say everything we've discussed about the project of a hotel, and it summarizes high-level these are the things we've done so far in the past 8 years about Eco Hotel. These are the logical next steps. The reasoning is great. It uses Claude Sonnet 4.0 under the hood to execute this. Once you download this, you can prompt it. What's your reasoning model? It will tell you. You can check it out. Well, this is still synonymous to the email functionality I do, which is to draft and send. It writes and send emails in your style. That's where the memory feature comes in. It understands how you do things, how you write, how you send, emails. Also, web research. I made this, and this web research is not just Google. It's not just what is. It's going to do like comprehensive deep research for you. And at the end of the day, it gives you the key, takeaway from that web research. And you can schedule agents to run, autonomously on the background. Maybe there's something you want you to check, every 9 a.m. on the web. And once it gets it, the next steps, it might be prompt all your colleague or trigger a Slack message. For me now, the CRM portal we use at work, I don't even log on to the CRM portal again. I'm going to say, check all the opportunities. This is the meeting I've had today. Interestingly, if maybe somebody that attended the meeting sends like a summary of the outcome of the meeting and next steps, this agent is able to go into my inbox, picks it up, log that on the CRM portal. This is what Demola has done relative to this meeting. And finally, the knowledge graph. It maps everything about you, basically. So, because no use case fits it all, these are some of the use cases, based on what your role is that you can use to get started. Once you download the quick desktop and also open the URL link that you scan, you'll be able to see how you can leverage different use cases as outlined here. Just a bit of show of hands. Does this resonate with you, or is it something is there a pain point here for you based on what you do? And seriously, I mean it's like, try to use this and you wonder how you've been working with that Amazon Quick Desktop. I promise you. This is not a sales pitch. I'm just trying to tell you the productivity I've gotten personally using this in the past 2 months. So, this is why this matters to enterprises, right? Now, people are not worried if AI works, if it can enhance productivity. Even, a speaker was speaking on the stage then, and it was like, what will you tell people? Is AI hype or buzzword? It was like, if you don't adopt AI, you die. From a business point of view. And that is I remember 3 years ago, speaking on AI. I remember Zenith Tech Fair 2023, spoke on, generative AI applications in the financial services sector. And I'll talk to my friends, and they'll be like, it is hype, it will die soon. And it's interesting, this is 2026. Now we've transformed even from like the GenAI part to agentic AI. Now people are waking up and taking it serious. So when you ask people their concerns, yeah, I know it works, but my data, my privacy. So for me now, I'm comfortable downloading this quick on my official or company laptop to do all of that. You can imagine if I say download a desktop on your phone, some WhatsApp cannot be accessed, and people are saying, will my data be used to train, models? I remember a particular model coming out, and I told a friend, it generates images, right? It's Nano Banana. I remember when Nano Banana came out late last year. And I would take pictures, and I'll be like, let this picture look XYZ. And my friend will be like, don't put my picture because I don't want my picture to be used to train AI. So what I'm saying is, with Amazon Quick, your data doesn't leave your device. everything stays locally on your device. That's the so the whole processing is not done, somewhere far, or you're logging onto the web and you're doing this. So that's why it allows you to download this application so you can connect to your local repository and use it the way you want to use it based on your use case. The second part, when it comes to, I would say the competitive advantage for Amazon Quick is it integrates seamlessly with your enterprise applications or tools. And, I've discussed this over and over again, Slack, Teams, whatever. And if you have popular MCP servers, it might be for the developers to GitHub so that you can do Git actions easily. It's supported. And you have your immediate ROI. And that's what I'm saying. Download it, test it. This is not sales. Just go and use it and give us feedback. And finally, role-based workflows. It's tailored to different personas in organization. Think about management, sales, marketing, and so on. So it's easy for you to be able to know how this is going to address your pain points in your particular organization. So, if you had an assistant that knew your full work context, what would you ask it to do first? Anyone? You ask it to prep for your next meeting. And that's what I do every day. She can confirm to it, Ebere. Like you just wake up. There are some people, maybe you're in sales, for example, and maybe a hotel is your customer. You have a lot of things going on there. And you don't even know the kind of questions or the kind of products you want to sell at a hotel. It can even go on a hotel website, check the financials, and say, this is how you should go into this meeting. It will proactively prepare anticipated questions for you. Like that is how intelligent this particular intelligent application is. Mind you, this is our own intelligent application. You can build yours on Amazon Bedrock. That's why I introduced the intelligent layer. I'm just trying to differentiate that. Any other person? Monitor your what? Competitor. So you know what you're going to do. Once you download it, it's very self-explanatory, but you can also always reach out to us if you have any issues, and it's free. Like you can use it for 30 days free. I'm going to put the QR code back. You scan it, you download it. We have like set of instructions in terms of workflow. Follow it to set it up, and just start using it with your personal email. So because it's not enterprise, like we're not merging you with your company, just download it and you can tell your bosses like this is what you've experienced. I want you to experience it. I'm not even saying use this, just experience it and get back to us. What do you say? No, the intelligent layer is not free. But if you're using this, which leverages the intelligent layer, it's abstracted, and whatever you're doing end-to-end for that 1 month, you have no issues. It's all free. Yeah, so you're not going to be paying for that. Okay. What'd you say? Oh, okay. Where's the second mic? Okay, you can just go on. Okay.
So, there are two things. I'm actually writing and publishing. So sometimes I want to check if there's this particular title that I have an idea of book I have in my head, if it's already on Amazon or anywhere, if somebody has written on it, because I'm currently running like a PhD in philosophy. You have a lot of term papers. You want to know if somebody has expressed this ingenious idea you have. That's number one. On side, I'm also doing recruitment. So what I want to do is I want to be able to automate a payment system. So once you request somebody, if there's this thing, there's always a consultation fee that you need to pay. So once I get the alert, instead of all the rigor I had to go through, for people who inbox me on WhatsApp to get an account number they have to pay before we take them seriously, that kind of thing.
So going to your first one, it's very very straightforward. It has the browser. Okay, it has the browser feature where it can go to the web on your behalf. So you can just tell it, this is what I want you to do daily, or the kind of research or information you need, and it will advise you, oh, this is already online. It searches everywhere. That's why it's foundation. They are trained on billions of parameters, so it can get that information out for you like in split seconds. The second part, which has to leverage the intelligence layer, Amazon Bedrock. There are nuances to it because it's a custom ask. So we are saying this quick is our own application from Amazon. You can build your own application using Bedrock. So if you want to build your own agents, Amazon Bedrock is that place you can go to say, I want this to check my WhatsApp, and maybe you have like a payment gateway you want to integrate with. You can do all those flow end to end.
Because they contact me on Google, my business, and the inbox. I wanted to link that gap.
Yeah.
So I can flow without me.
You can do that custom integration using Amazon Bedrock.
Thank you.
Oh, you want to say something? What do you say? Okay. Sorry, the mic, please. You want to ask a question? Okay, go on, please.
So you were saying something about the payment, about 30 days free for the first 30 days free. So I was like, for us that are learning, like having a free tier version of the AWS, is it still applicable for us, or is it still like a general stuff?
It's independent of your AWS account.
Okay.
So you can use your personal account to download this and use it, 30 days free.
Okay.
Even there's the free tier version, but you'll be limited in the features you can access. Just show of hands, just in case some people are confused. Who knows Claude Cowork?
Okay, I know Claude Cowork.
Yes. So this is the supermaster of that. Just to summarize. Okay.
Okay, thank you very much. My question is around the security and having to grant access to the platform to have access to other environments. For example, assuming your environment you are using a kind of CRM, maybe different from the regular, maybe Zoho. Let's even assume it's Zoho or with 365 and then Teams and the rest. So I'm concerned about having to grant access from each of these accounts to them. I wouldn't know if you can probably expatiate more how it works and, the security concern. For example, if we go ahead to install this solution on our own personal computer, maybe the company we work for might have some level of concern. So can you give more clarity on this security aspect?
Okay, thank you very much. At AWS, security is our top priority, and the connectivity. So for me now, I mentioned I connected to Slack. The CRM, I use a Salesforce. I connected to Salesforce. I connected to Microsoft Teams. All these connectivity are there to the compliance standards we follow. Making sure that whatever traffic that is going in between, it's encrypted in transit. From the application itself, it might be an MCP integration to your particular tool. It is encrypted end to end, so we follow all those compliance standards. So if there's any security compliance standard you're interested in, we do share security artifacts to say we abide by this. For example, if we're in Europe and they need like GDPR, or we can show them the artifacts, like whatever we're doing, we're in compliance to this security requirements from different jurisdictions. And for enterprises, when we now go into AWS, all this happens within their own AWS environment, which is like an isolated data center, unique to that particular customer. So, okay, so.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I
Sir.
have a question. So you talk about the platform have Claude. And we know that Claude have the pro version, the team version. So I want to know, is it my own subscription that we'll be using, or is there a subscription for the Claude here? That is the first question. I don't know if you get me.
So if you are using this quick,
Yes.
if you are using this quick, it is fully managed. We've taken away that heavy lifting away from you. We've abstracted, the details for selection. Whether you want to use Claude or GBT from OpenAI, you don't need to do all of that here.
Okay.
So we are doing the heavy lifting for you. That's for this quick desktop, which is our own intelligent application. But if you decide that you want to access Claude, because we have Claude Chat, Claude Cowork, we also allow you to access these services. If you have like API key, for it, if you've built your own custom agents, you can do that on AWS too separately. But this is an application unique to us. So we've abstracted all that details from you. You don't need to pay for anything. So you just have one payment. I think the list payments here, like if you're going on the enterprise version, is like $20 per month or so. Yeah, all that information is online. Amazon Quick Desktop, it's like everything you need to know, it's online. So.
Okay, the second question. So I'm a developer, a software engineer. So my question is, so how will I import it to my code, allow it to analyze my code, giving it my BROD, and it telling me how far I've gone for the code, what I need to do, and how far I've any bug and any distance.
So it has a place where, like under capabilities, if you download the desktop, where you can integrate it with the common agentic IDE we have. For AWS, we have Kiro, and if you decide not to use Kiro, you can use Cloud Code. There's allowance for that, in that application. So it can address, the need of what you just mentioned.
Okay, thank you. Hello? Can you pass it?
Okay, so I'll soon be rounding up. Just last question.
Do you know the people that ask these questions? Can you identify them? Because I want to give them. Just talk about everybody asks a question. Please.
Okay.
Can you get the slides?
Yeah, I'll try to do.
Okay, thank you. I just want to ask, if I want to build an app or a product, because I didn't start the class anyway, but I've used Replit, I've used Lovable to do ERPs. So is it the Bedrock I'm to use or the Quick Desktop? Because I've tried, a friend of mine introduced this to me.
Which now?
Is it?
Which? Is it Bedrock or Quick Desktop?
I'm just getting the difference now from
Okay.
this class.
Okay.
Because that time I just decided to, let me go on. I put it on Google. I went on to the website
Yeah.
to download the app, trying to do something around it. But I couldn't. I saw it more like a developer or software engineer or programming thing, or no, let me say coding thing. So I couldn't move because I didn't do coding. But I built with Lovable. I've done with Replit. I've done with Gemini. Anti-gravity.
Yeah.
That's the Google
From
one,
Google.
Yes. So I don't know. I'm just trying to wrap my head around. Okay, is it the Bedrock I'm going to use or the desktop?
So from what I can hear you say, you want to build an app from, using natural language, English language. Like you don't want to use Python or Java. So this can help you. It can take you there. but it will not do the end-to-end, like what you get on the Lovable. But it's integrated with some of the popular, coding IDE, which can inform you this is what you need to do next, but it doesn't take charge of that end-to-end because that's not its strength. Okay, let's just sync. I think I'm running out of time, so because you're supposed to come with your laptops, but I can see, mind you can't download this on your phone. The first thing you're going to do, I'm going to show the QR code after this slide. You scan the QR code, you see the instruction, sign up with your personal email, then it will take you to the link where you can download the desktop. For Windows PC and Mac OS, then you can now start following the instructions. So you can do the install and connection to your data sources. If you go to your File Explorer, connect to the folder you want it to have access to so that it can start learning about you, learning context. Please, whatever you want to keep private, don't let it learn it, please, so that it's not causing issues. So once you're done with that, you can start exploring the core capabilities. Like the person that wants to monitor his competitor. Yes, just download everything about your competitor. So my sister started like a business, in the US, and she just gave me, this is what she's trying to do. Mind you, she used like AI to create the business, the website, the payment, everything end to end. Not an IT person, and it was coming up. So I decided to do more like a review of the website. Please browse this website, bring faults, unit testing, all of that. And it was like, this is what you need to do with the websites. So what I'm saying is, explore the core capabilities in terms of the research agents, drafts, and so on. And business workflow. The business workflow, if you're in sales, marketing, finance, do that. And deep dive, MCP servers, if you're a pro, advanced agents, and knowledge graph. So once more, please, if you came in late, you can scan this. Just scan the one on the left. You see the option here, the second one. So just scan just the left one. It's a link to a documentation that shows you how you get started once you want to access this on your desktop. So I'll just give you like 30 seconds. Please, if you answered my questions, or asked a question, those people that said, oh, I have 2 tools, I want to start with emails, please, I want to see you after the session, just for a cool chat. Please, if you didn't answer a question, don't come, please. So I'm just going to move on from here. So that's all. Please use it. It's not a sales pitch. I'm not selling to you, right? But give me your feedback in 30 days, or if you've done it in 1 week. My email address is demola@amazon.com. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Sanusi. Once again, we say a big thank you. Can I hear your hand, your hand, your hand? Thank you. We appreciate your session. And from Blue Chip, to you, this is a little gift.